silo is up there and it does stun, but it isn't stunned forever. If you want to take advantage of it, you need to send your nuke now. There it goes. Is that fast enough? I kinda doubt it. You wasted like 10-15 seconds. One large team game on the rocks, please. Where one silly comm is going to rotate this entire map by 90 degrees. So let's already just start by rotating it. So that we're going to have like east versus west. Or at least, maybe it's the other way around. I don't know, I haven't seen this match before. For now, we're just going to keep the map normal. Heavy map presence from the eastern team on the southern side, though. Look at all of those commanders. I mean, I guess that is what they mean with, like, this silly comm rush. Not a specific troll comm, but, like, that's 7 recon commanders on the eastern side. Alright, sure. Send your comm into the base. 7 recons there. Engineer commander in the back as well. He's going to make, well, your northern side a little more difficult to defend. And I feel like that with this many commanders, you can push forward further than just that. Maybe that's your, like, starting line. Not really sure, but yeah. This entire lower area has to be defended by a single player. The water, also just one player. And up north we see like 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 commanders from the western team. Whereas you only seem to be having like 4. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 3. With already starting on the Lucifer. Right, well, let's see it. We still have like some players who haven't placed down their factory coupon yet. Quite a couple of commanders being upgraded as well. So, what are they going to push with? We're going to have a cloakpot factory, spiders, a couple of puppies coming in soon as well. And those rovers. Lobster. Normally very nice. They like throw commanders into the lava or into the magma and all that. Oh, bad time for that commander to go idle. Or like put on weight. Bingo resigned even. That's Bingo's commander then. Yep, it is. Not sure why Bingo resigned. But yeah, already Pyro. Taking down 2 maxes most likely. Commander there from Bingo. Having to go back. Commanders, multiples, running forwards. A couple of fences to support as well. But they're all good explosion there. Probably from a scuttle. Then, yep, scuttle indeed. So that's already 1 commander taken care of. There aren't a lot of units there. So scuttle can make sense. 550 cost, and if you can take a commander with each of them. Yeah, 1700 metal. Level 3 commanders still are one-shot by a scuttle. Up north, so the western team not really pushing as far forwards as team east on the south. And even in the water, ships, double shipyard with amphibots as well, but not really moving forwards all that much. Still, another commander going down. Yeah, they don't really like that. That looks a little bit more like a snitch, indeed it is. Couple of units going down. Well, there is still 500 reclaim for all of those puppies. Reclaim will be cleaned up very quickly. And look at what we've got there, another scuttle, but this one didn't actually make contact. So the commander does survive. Still, even with a couple of lucky scuttles, what can you do? Couple of magpies to support, alright, not too bad. But there are a lot of cheap units where magpies don't really shine. Don't have any AoE, not really. But of course, Pyro, that has some very nice pass through, so is quite good against puppy. As long as you keep kiting the puppies. But definitely seems like a lost cause for the western team. Fusion. It's going to go down as well. It's going to hurt. Maybe take a couple of units with it if you're lucky. But here, I feed my comm, level 5 cluster bombing the couple of buoys. Easily going to survive. Ooh, cloaked as well. That's a scary combination. But yeah, how much headway have they made up north? Honestly, not a whole lot. In the water, it is looking pretty good. And you know what? Take those archers, don't send them forward, send those archers into the back lines. With how much they have invested forward, a couple of amphibots from the sea are going to wreak havoc on that base. Hover platform being constructed, single commander there, but the commander can't really catch up to all of those amphibots. And forward. Oh, in front of the knight. My guy. I mean, you're a great bodyguard for the knight, but not really what you want. Tremor forwards as well. Not really sure why you need a tremor here. Terrain is already flat. You don't face off against a lot of like low value targets. But still, they say it is nice. Okay. It's not a bad thing, right? It will be able to just attrition down all of those buildings and all that. And it could also uncover scuttles. So there is certainly a use for a tremor. That's quite a lot of Raven moving in, but not enough to kill that commander. Level 1, but less than 300 HP, and it survives. Shame, because you don't really have a follow-up either, unless you're getting really lucky with the spread on that Impaler. Yeah, I mean, it's not actively being healed up, so Impaler could still quite easily take that commander down. By now, up north, couple of moderators, firewalkers moving forwards. Still though, firewalkers should easily be flanked by a couple of glaives. And I don't know how, but they managed to get some kind of weapon there. Looks a little bit like a silo, maybe? I don't see a silo, so I don't think so. And down south, well, I was convinced they would actually lose the entire base. But for now, Team West is still alive. Not thriving, definitely isn't. But it's not looking too bad. Puppies, fleas, doing quite good damage there. Will just barely be taking that Grizzly with them. And Lucifer, I don't like it. Because of, because of the fact that the enemy already has multiple Impalers on the field. You should have known about those. They've got a Tremor. So, Lucifer, long range, sure. But not as long range as an Impaler. And Tremor is also like longer range. Yeah, no, Tremor is actually outranged. Oh, really? I thought Tremor had a longer range. I guess not. Still, with that cloaked up level 6 commander. Oh, that's bad, that's bad. That is just barely surviving. Oh, you're so lucky. No, Magpie. Oh, they didn't realize, probably. But yeah, Lucifer, 4,000 burst damage. Taking down most of that commander in a single shot. Right. Back to the northern side. And, well, here is nearly nothing, I think, indeed. Western team has been taking this place down. It's actually making a little bit more headway than Team East is on the other side. Still feels kind of vulnerable with all of those firewalkers without any real support. A couple of halberds could definitely move in there. Maybe a couple of hermits. But for now, they have lost pretty much everything. There is a single factory still alive. They've got a couple of maxes, but not a whole lot of them. Whereas on the other side, well, Cerberus is up. Is of course artillery. Is going to be very nice against, well, what the enemy is sending at you. But is it going down to the Ravens? Doesn't look like it, because the Ravens are all being sniped. So Cerberus, heavily damaged, but not dead yet, but is not going down because they're focusing on the Scorpion first. Also a very good target, if it cloaks up, and it has just done so. It can definitely do a lot of damage as well. And of course, now that the Scorpion has finished, Cerberus is your #1 target, for the Impalers most likely. Scorpion has uncloaked. A lot of units are stunned. Cerberus as well though, but that Scorpion is still going to go down. Scorpion not really a riot. It's more designed against like single target, taking down like a single grizzly on its own, by just stunning it. So Knights, Ravagers, all that, moving in, taking down the Scorpion. Commander should be going down as well. Still pretty decent HP for now, but it's definitely not going to survive that. Unless the Magpie. The Ruru Magpies? Yes indeed, Ruru Magpies. But yeah, Commander not able to hold on. Grizzly though is going to pay the price as well. There it goes. And not a whole lot of anti-air available for Team East. Envoy on the shoreline is going to just be annoying. Probably not going to make cost, just because of how little there is on the southern side, at least near the shore. But yeah, as we said before, singular bots actually being able to do a lot of damage at what is actually their original base, right? It's your spawn point, and yet a single dock is still able to do so much damage. So much. Taking down 1 max. I know. But still. If you want to, because the enemy air force isn't that large, they've got a couple of Ravens. Moving in here, just sneaking around here, or even just through the middle and in. I feel like bots can do a lot of damage to the enemy base. And of course, the forces up front need support, because otherwise they are slowly but surely going down as well. Commander, cloaked up, not being hit by the Magpies. But honestly, yep, 11,000 burst. Even that Commander can be sniped quite easily by all of those Magpies if it is not cloaked. Advanced Geothermal is up for Team, well, by now Team North. So let us just rotate this map. But yeah, important. Advanced Geothermal. And also just 650 energy versus just like 270 for the enemy. Over 100 more metal currently. Of course, a lot of that is through reclaim. But they've got like multiple advanced geothermals. They've got a very nicely linked up grid. Does have some vulnerabilities, because this isn't linked together, for instance. So like taking down one pylon is going to take that entire strip of line. But still, investing about as much into overdrive as the enemy team has in total for that energy. Pete, my comm has been uncovered. Of course, also nice. These days with Sparrow death animation, also decloaks. However, where are the Magpies? Coming in now. Commander is not yet recloaking, but will very soon. There it is, and Magpies don't really know where their target is anymore. Is that like triple Commander? Yes, indeed. Triple Commander thrown back into the sea. LXA has like 3 commanders? What? I know they got 1 from Bingo. Yeah, I guess they are one of the highest rated players on that team. And over here, Magpies, a lot of them. Moving in Athens though. Good splash damage. So Magpies, well, you're going to lose quite a couple of them. In total, yep, that fight was indeed good for Team East. up north. Team East had constructed that wall earlier on, back when it was still their base. And has also now taken the water. Not really able to do a whole lot with it yet though. Builder modded is going to be resurrecting everything that's over there. But just through eco, I would definitely still give the edge to Team West. They've got a very nice air force as well. Still, 4 Attons, that is a lot of DPS and a lot of AoE as well. Losing once again quite a couple of magpies this time around though. A lot better fight for Team West there. And the Attons actually running up a little bit, so not able to hit these couple of magpies coming in now. And let's zoom out, taking the bigger picture. And yeah, 370 into overdrive, the enemy has 280, 290. Ouch. How many geothermals are on this map? Like 3 per team. Alright. So yeah, they can still build 1 more geothermal to upgrade it. And of course, we already saw it before. But they are building a singularity in the back of their base as well. Or at least on the southern side of the base. Maybe not in the back. And there come the magpies once again. I'm a little surprised with how many magpies Team West has. That their attrition is only 105%. But I guess that's what you get when the enemy has like 8 Attons close by. So yeah, those magpies really should just be going up north where there is hardly any anti-air. I don't know, what is the scouting looking like for your team? Not great. Really isn't. But hey, that doesn't really matter all that much. Still. They have been focusing on the southern side the entire time. You should now go up north with those magpies in order to snipe all that. And take the caretaker, please, please. I guess the Attons haven't made that much cost yet. Only like a couple thousand worth of magpies been sniped. But yeah, I don't really like the fact that Ruru keeps on sending their magpies to the same place. Merlin, soon to be Shogun, a couple of envoys. So, taking the water is going to be difficult. All knights were not moved, so actually just a worthwhile EOS on a couple of knights. This though, sending an Inferno into a shielded location. Yeah, that's not going to do a whole lot. It's going to tickle the factory a little bit, but that's about it. And magpies once again. Hitting puppies? Weird target for them. Don't like that. And well, they were going up a little bit further, but still not really going there. Alright. Something to also consider, because of the fact that we have now split the map into like, or like rotated the map 90 degrees. If you want to now defend all of your space with anti-nukes, you're going to need a couple more of them. Why are you spamming all of this? Or are you spamming this also? Oh, you are spamming this. A nuke, please. What do you mean, nuke? Do you have a nuke on the field? Do you? No? You're building a singularity? Another singularity? You do not have a nuke. Don't know what you're talking about. Because Tremor is certainly not a nuke. Maybe you have a silo, that's what you're talking about. When it comes to nuke this. Just throw a tactical nuke on there. And Shogun soon to be up as well. Magpies once again moving in. I feel like they're not making cost anymore. I don't think so. Oh, losing a lot of them. Let's take a look at the stats. Let's take that one away. Put this one to the side. And we say, not that small because otherwise I can't select them. Rudu, how is your value killed? Like 13,000 versus value lost. 10,000. Okay, you are still okay on your value. But there they go, finally. Thing is, but now, okay, there they come. The rest of them. 26 magpies. That's a ton of burst. Almost 10,000 burst. And I'm certain that your teammate has already scouted something for you up north. Alright. Going through now. Any specific location. Taking the commander down, that is already nice. There it goes, belly. A couple of them hit the hill itself, which isn't nice. Oh. Magpie's deciding not to drop the bombs. Last one to come in. Finishes the commander off. So at least it is gone. Doesn't seem that worth it, but yeah, it is pretty even trade. But of course, denying an additional 4 metal per second from your enemy is always nice to have. In terms of ego, yeah, you are still way ahead. And there comes another scorpion. Singular Pyro manages to sneak its way through. We'll be taking down a couple of maxes. But yeah, that's also still the case. A couple of Empbots can still get through. Empbot walk up there. Or Lobster up there, take down the geothermal. Walk through, take down the base. I mean, there is a single commander and like a couple of bots there right now. Or just walk through the valley. Snipe the eco there. Certainly still options available. And with relatively frontline singularities on the field as well. Because this is your front line right now. I don't know how much anti-air they have over here. It doesn't seem like they have that much. Yeah, they do have an Artemis being constructed right now. And they've got like 2 chainsaws. Seems like Odin would be able to get into that singularity. And nuke this. Alright. Well, only 2,000 invested for now. So only a quarter of the way through. That's a lot of magpies sniping a single envoy. That's the thing about magpies, because you have so many of them, it does start to become a little bit difficult in order to control them well enough that they don't all drop their bombs on a single unit. And now you have to rearm all of them. 30 magpies. That's a lot. Yes, finally taking down that shipyard. Not the most important target. I mean, another shipyard is already up. But this is definitely a very good push to watch. Double Merlin plus Scorpion. Seems a bit vulnerable, don't get me wrong. Especially because there isn't a whole lot of additional support. But yeah, sending in a couple of units because you only see the Merlins is going to lead to a nasty surprise with that Scorpion. Still, if you send in all of these Knights and Reavers, yeah, even the Scorpion doesn't really stand a chance. Send fleas! Send fleas into the Merlins? Well, in that case you are not actually going to take the Merlins down. And there comes Scuttle. There is one target that's certainly more valuable to take with the Scuttle than the others. And the Scuttle is not uncovered. Alright. Cloaked Knights, Cloaked Reavers, are they coming in? For now, the answer is no. How do you perfectly know where all... or like, where the enemy cloak aren't at? Like now, you can definitely just jump in with your Scuttle. Enemy shield ball, or like cloak ball, was all stunned. Oh, Scuttle not with the best engagement, but still going to be good enough. With the Knights and Reavers not stunned anymore, we'll be taking down the Scorpion just like that. Did get hit by Eneos as well. At least those cloakbots got hit by Eneos. But yeah. Nice value there for Team East. And next time, send a couple of support units with your Striders. Even if that support unit is just a Dante, right? Would at least help out a lot against all of those cloakbots. Or other units the enemy might send to you. Scorpion just doesn't have the DPS to deal with it. And Merlin is a bit of RNG. Even close up, they are going to hit and destroy all of those units. It's going to be difficult. How's the silo looking up north? Well, Trinity is almost up. 7,300 metal invested. So probably is going to have a nuke in like 3 minutes, I would assume. And up north, well, something got hit, probably by the Bertha. Is it Bertha? No, silo. Oh, well, there was a silo there, possibly hit by the Bertha. Because of how much narrower the map, or like how much thinner the map is now, this Bertha can actually hit that Trinity. So you're going to have to build a wall, which you are indeed doing. But don't forget, Bertha also has like terraforming properties. So even the wall has to get quite a lot of maintenance done if you want to keep it up. Geothermals, fusions, singularities. Alright. Still way ahead in terms of energy. Still about as much as earlier, but at least the enemy team has now invested a lot more into it as well. So the difference is not as stark anymore, especially not because of all of those magpies that still need to be rearmed every once in a while, which is costing you a lot of energy as well. Not sure how much each of them is. Rearm time of 12 seconds. So yeah, not that much. It's like 30 energy per magpie. But yeah, multiply that by 42. And all of a sudden it is still quite a lot of energy. Athens cloaked, so did once again do a pretty good job there. The cloakbots not so much, but at least the Athens did a good job. Up north, hey, we finally get a couple of sneaky little Amphibots. Scalpels, underwater, with a lobster. Which means that Bertha should be there no longer very soon. Bertha and Cerberus both seemingly in range of the lobster. There it goes. Commander isn't going to deal with that many scalpels either. Still though, I say that, there are only 2 scalpels left right now. Make that 1. And yet, the Bertha, not healed up, actually goes down and taking a lot of those cranes with it. That Bertha shouldn't have gone down. I expected that many scalpels to just destroy the commander and then just clean everything else up as well. If it dies, a GG, they say. Well, maybe? I wouldn't go that far, but let's take a look at this nuke. 20 seconds, 15 seconds, and we'll have a nuke up and ready to go. How are your anti-nukes looking on the eastern side? Well, gonna be honest, I don't see any. Because we do have them on the west. Right here. Okay, there is one anti-nuke. Yeah, singular. Does mean that this nuke, long range, could just bomb this if it really wants to. But of course, can't really do that, and there is a lot of value in this section. Nuke is ready. Do you have anything to stun that anti-nuke? I don't think so. In which case we're probably not going to see this nuke being launched right this second. But still, if they decide, well, we can also send it to the southern side, then maybe it is going to happen. Right, I don't think so. Just going to have it sit there for now. Kill anti for win. Certainly, if this anti-nuke goes down and you can bomb this, that takes so much value with it that it is most likely GG. Silo here can shockly the anti-nuke. Great planning there. At this stage of the game, especially if you have a couple of players investing into it, Silo goes up pretty quickly. So it can be like a minute, and then we'll have a stunned Shockley. What's the hotkey to self-destruct? Oh! Hold on. What? Do they know how... What? Not working. What? Why do you want to What? Self-destruct. Oh, for the solar? Well, you might not even need the silo if your own berthas are just going to do it for you. Close. 1200 HP. Thing about bertha, just like with the Trinity itself, does have terraforming properties. So, bertha shot coming in. Not the most accurate weapon, of course. Now the bertha shot, is it going down this time around? Not even close. And probably dead. Well, probably isn't good enough. You need to scout and you need to find out it is not dead. Down south, what is going on over here? Shogun going down, too bad, so sad. Scorpion going down, too bad, so sad. Though, with just a couple of lobsters and like barely any scallops, Scorpion isn't going down yet. So, they find out the anti-nuke is not gone yet. That's a shame, because that means that we're not going to see the nuke yet. But very soon, probably dead becomes almost dead, and it soon could be dead, but it is not yet. So Silo is still the better play, or at least the more likely to work play. And a couple of scallops from the eastern team moving in, but all of them already cleaned up without doing all that much damage. And is the eastern team... No, they're not. Okay, I was like, is the eastern team going to be building additional anti-nukes? Yeah, one down south. That's not going to save this base. And considering the fact that the wall is once again open, that anti-nuke is going to be gone very soon. No, it is not there that yet. Where is it going? Down south, okay. The anti-nuke there isn't up yet, but bit of a long travel distance. Is it going to be up in time? It's being invested into by a lot of different constructors, but I don't think it will be up in time. There comes anti-nuke, not constructed. So a lot of value, 11,000 value destroyed. Not the most significant nuke. Just in terms of army, there is another 10,000 value that does manage to survive. Trinity does have another nuke already stockpiled, so as soon as the northern anti-nuke goes down, or is stunned, we can see another nuke launched. For now, nothing really around it to stun it, so they're still going for the play of destroy it. Where is the silo they were talking about, or do you not go for that? I don't see the silo. One silo is being constructed here, maybe. Very slowly, not really. Oh, silo is up there, and it does stun. So stunned, they say. which means that it is time to launch the game-winning nuke. It is stunned, but it isn't stunned forever. If you want to take advantage of it, you need to send your nuke now. There it goes. Is that fast enough? I kinda doubt it. You wasted like 10, 15 seconds? How is it looking? Well, it's looking quite dead. And the fact that your anti-nuke is now dead is a clear sign that you are not going to be winning this game. There comes the nuke. The enemy team has a visual even on the nuke itself when it launches, or like when it hits. And GG is called. Nice effort from Team East to move into the enemy base with those commandos early on, but they didn't do enough damage to win them the game. And the other team was able to take their base on the other side of the river. So even with all of those commandos, in the end it was 50-50 in the map control.